Okay, I think we're all ready to go. This is last call. Last call for one piece of equipment, per se, that you may need. This is replacing a yoga block. So if you want to run quickly and grab it in case you may need, you may not need it, but just in case. This is one pose that we may need an extra little support for, and that is for half moon later on. So just have it handy and make sure that you don't bump into it and it's out of your way. Safety first, as I say. So welcome to your Thursday morning movement yoga class. And for those of you who are new, just to welcome you, for those of you who are returning, kudos to you. Consistency, returning to your mat many times during the week is what perfects, or just moving. So being consistent in being active is a goal that I've had throughout my whole life. I don't have to do the same things all the time, but as long as you're being active consistently, you're going to reap the benefits. So our movement yoga practice is more dynamically based. We take yoga poses and we move dynamically in those. And the reason behind that is to increase your mobility, stability, and range of motion. I find it also gives you an opportunity to really dive deep into the poses and you get used to them, you learn about them, and it becomes easier because you're repeating those moves. So today, a little bit of a treat. We get to start off, or we get to all start off, in our Shavasana pose. So you just extend your legs out, rolling back onto your mat. Nice and gently, arms out to the side, legs out to the side. And gently rest your head onto the mat. Gently rest your eyelids on your face. I'd like you to place your one hand on your tummy, the other hand on your heart space. Give yourself the permission to be here in a safe place for the next 1 hour with me. No judgment on your yoga practice. Do what you can today. Every day brings something a little bit different. Feel the rhythm of your breath and notice as your breath deepens, there's a sense of calm that settles in over your entire body. As I always say, your breath is the anchor to your practice. Some moves, if you find challenging, draw your attention back to your breath. It will help settle you into the pose and likely help you with success with that pose. In balance poses, a deeper breath is a calmer breath. A calmer body is a more balanced body. Feel the belly rise and fall and feel that connection to the heart space. The heart beating, the lungs performing. And again, set your intention for your practice. Physically, spiritually, whatever it may be for you, know that it is right. That you are in the right place at the right time. Deepen your breath for three more breaths here. So deep breath in. If you really need to let something go today, let it all out. Exhale. Not thinking of the past nor the present. Be in this moment. This is your time. This is time for your own self-care. All right, let's open up our eyes. We're going to take our arms out to the side. We're going to come into a dynamic twist. So we're going to take our right leg up into the air. Arms can be out to the side to support our body. We're going to melt that heel down towards the floor. As we bring it back up, you can put a slight bend in that knee if you have tight hamstrings. We're going to bend at the knee. We're going to allow that knee to melt over your midline. You can look away. And then return back up. Take that leg back up. Exhale, carve that leg down. Now, if you find this is a little bit too much for your lower spine or for your hamstrings, slightly bend the opposite leg, like a minus. Cross over. So we're doing a dynamic, just warming up the body here. Use your breath now to movement. Bending at the knee. Exhale as you surrender that knee towards the floor. So there's a little bit of core engagement, sort of saying happy Thursday to your core. And then as you melt, notice as you exhale, maybe your knee starts to venture a little closer to the floor. Dropping it down. Up. This is our last one before we switch over to the other side. Exhale and inhale. Perfect. Switch the legs around for me, please. We're going to lift that left leg up, active foot, carve your heel down away from you. We turn it back up. The movement is slow, controlled, and now we revolve around. Make this one gentle at the beginning. Up, so notice the whole leg. It's totally perpendicular to the floor. There's no need to, there's no competition to bring that leg up any higher. Up, bending at the knee, exhale, let it float, perfect. Good job. So getting a little bit balanced between one side and the other. Good. And again, choose your options wisely. Good. Exhale, as you carve that active heel down, return it back up, control. So your movements are very controlled, almost deliberate here. And up, perfect. And there's a connection to breath to movement. So try not to hold your breath, but have the breath fluid. So iron that breath out. So iron it out. Good. And lift up. Oh, and here comes my breath. And can you check to see if there's some carve down? Perfect. And this is our last one here. Nice. Now we're going to bring both legs up into the air right here. Now I want you to bend. I want you to place your palms next to your knees, and your feet can be active. This is home. Really compress your lower spine into the floor. So there's good connection here. As we inhale, we're going to exhale. We're going to float our heels away from us. Now, how far you go is your call. Option, you can do one leg at a time, and then the other leg, and then both. Now, notice my knee joints aren't moving at all. It's totally from hips. So my heel drifts down and away from me, and I'll be alternating one then the other. If you want to do both at the same time or keep alternating, there's many choices. You don't have to do exactly what I do. You can just listen to your body, because your body is the best person to listen to right now. Exhale. Are you breathing? Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So I always like to awaken the core before we actually get started. Something that I like to do. And one more down. Nice. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a hug. Rocking back and forth. We have one more little core exercise to do before we come up into our flow. So we're going to take our legs out into a little bit of a diagonal. Now they may be a little bit higher, so there's a range that we're going to be in. I peel off my arms, my biceps beside my ears. How far I drop down is going to be the intensity of my core. And then I'm going to scissor my legs. So just scissor, 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 and make sure you breathe. In this exercise, I find it's very tempting to hold your breath, but just keep the breath coming. Good. And if you need to take a break, by all means take a break. If you want to have those legs up a little higher, by all means do so. This is your time. I can throw suggestions out there for you, but ultimately, your choice. And we'll go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Give yourself a well-deserved hug for that one. Good, good warm-up. You should be feeling somewhat warm now, hopefully. Perfect. Let's give our torso a big, beautiful, long stretch. Tuck your chin down into your chest. Extend fingertips and toes. We're going to now progress into a banana. So I take my left wrist out and my foot. And then I reach for that same side. And with my feet, I can cross on my ankles or not. But I want to keep my hip bone down. So my opposite hip is pressing into the earth, my chin tucked into my armpit. So So my right side body is fully open. I'm breathing into my ribs, each and every rib. So keep that breath coming. And then we're going to do a banana pose on the other side. Unhook ankles. And if you don't hook the ankles, that's okay too. We're now open up to the other side. So here we are, crossing your ankles. Perfect. Chin into your chest. Breathing into the side body. I try to connect my shoulder blade into the earth as well as my hips. So this is what we sort of call our active recovery. Well done. Unhook your ankles, hands. We're going to bend our knees, grab hold of our hamstrings, tuck our chin in, and we're going to rock along the spine. So just kick your heels towards your butt and create that little rocking action. Feeling good, sort of massaging, and then come up to our seated position. From here, facing me, we're going to come up to a big inhale. Exhale, round out the spine. Good. And just hang out here. Let the head hang heavy. Try not to look up. I'll cue you when it's time to transition. Keep your chin tucked in. Take your chin to the one armpit. So you're drawing a little circle along your chest and then over to the other side. Restack your spine. Roll the shoulders back. Bring your arms behind you. Unhook. We're going to do the same, but the other side. So this may feel a little bit more awkward, maybe because it's not your natural position. There's length, and then there's depth. Find that balance. Let the head hang heavy here. And again, loosening up through the upper traps. Take your chin to one armpit, rolling it along to the other. Back to center. Good, and just drag your hands, rolling up, reset the spine like you're a string of pearls, beautifully set. Head sits on your pillar of strength, rolling shoulders back. Perfect. Staying at the top of your mat, we're going to come onto all fours, tuck the toes under, take one leg back, stretching out through the calf. So I tend to move a little bit side to side. You can be in the same position. I want you to use your strong arms, splay your hands out. So you're on all five of your pads, your index finger faces the front of the mat. Switch legs. Ball of your foot connects to the mat. And then as you exhale, your heel searches for the back of your mat. And put a little bit of integrity into your hands so you're pushing back. Release that leg so that your heels are now connected. We're going to come into our first down dog. So hip hinge. Press your heart closer towards your knees. And let's just walk out your dog. So give it a little bit of an attitude. You can actually take those hips side to side. Just organically move so it feels good. Let the head hang here. Pedaling out your dog. Feeling the length, opening up through that back. Now looking at your hands, we're going to bend our knees a lot. Tippy toe our feet in towards our hands. Let's hike up. Halfway, so a nice flat back here. And then round out the spine, root and rise up, big energetic breath up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart space. So you're gonna be facing me. You wanna move around. There I am, hi. Okay, so we're gonna do a flow, sun salutations. So we're gonna do 4 times through, right, left, just to warm up your whole entire body. The first one we do, I'd like to take it step by step slowly, so we're taking you through some modifications. Stay facing your mat. I will turn to the side so you get a better view. So generously, let's bend our knees. We're going to come into our powerful pose. So this is powerful pose when you loaded the heels, toes are floating. Now I'm going to take my, open up, swivel my arms around to that one side. Inhale, so I take my forearm onto the outside of my thigh. Perfect. Come into center, big energetic breath up. Swan dive, lead with your heart, flat back, and then round out that spine. Let the head hang. Take the right leg back. Now your left foot, I want you to heel toe it out to the side, roll onto the edge. So you can see the bottom of my foot. My bones are stacked underneath my shoulders. So from a front view, this is what it looks like. So I'm taking my leg out on a 45-degree angle. Just absorb into this stretch. It's delicious. From here, taking it back, I will modify this one. Make sure your hips come with you. You don't hinge back. I want your ears to be in line with your shoulders. Chin in line. Roll your elbows in, hover down. Slowly, slowly, slowly on hook toes. When I push up in my up dog, don't lift my head up. I keep my eye gaze straight, squeezing my glutes, melt back down, tuck toes, come into my tabletop, stacking hips, and then come up into your down dog. Pedal it out here. Let the head hang. So that was your little prelude. Each and every time, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. To come to the top of mat, I bend my knees a lot and look to my hands, tippy toe in. Halfway lift. Exhale, surrender down. Root and rise up. Hands to heart. Mountain pose. Tadasana, right? So, other side now. Bend a lot. Powerful pose. And as I come into my powerful pose, I revolve around, I push in, open up, exhale. Yes. Into center, inhale up. Exhale, powerful, into the other side. Revolve, open up. Back to center, take a deep breath, energetic breath in. Swan dive, let it go. Halfway lift up. Connect. This time my left leg goes back. My right foot, I heel toe it out to the side, stack my bones, roll onto the outer edge of that right foot. Try to square your hips off, open up through your heart. There's always good integrity into your hands. Take that right foot back into your plank. I'll modify round two. Roll the elbows in, scrape them against your ribs, flat back. Ears and shoulders together, come into your up dog. Float down. Tuck your toes, send it back, down dog, here we are, and we pedal this out. And again, just let it go, one then the other. Feel the release, feel the beauty of these poses each and every time, so be in the moment. Soften, tippy toe your feet in, halfway lift, hike those shoulders, round it out, root and rise up. Big energetic breath, mountain pose, resets. Good. Engage your feet. Ready for round two. I will not modify just so you get the full picture. So generously bend. Beautiful work. Inhale. Exhale. Make our powerful pose. Revolving out to the side. Coming back up. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful. And then round it out. Use that thigh. Use your forearm. Give me a little bit of torque now that you're a little warmer. Good job. Coming up. Swan dive, heart leaves, and then find the floor. Halfway lift up, connect, take your right foot back, heel toe the left out to the side, give me a breath right here. When we do our chaturanga, which is coming up after our plank, okay, you can touch the ground or not. But try to hover, keep your ears in line, don't let go of that chin, keep it, and then up dog, push. Keep your eye gaze level. Down dog. Nice, pedal it out. Each and every time you go through the flow, you get absorbed into a little bit more. And that's wonderful. You guys are doing a great job. Bending your knees, tip your toe in. Halfway lift, squeeze your blades, pinch your spine. Round out, root and rise. And start really press into those palms. Engage everything you got. Looking awesome. Ready? Last round. Breath to movement. Generously bend. Powerful pose. Let's go to the side. Push into the thigh. Open up that heart. Spin around. Can you look up to your fingers? Unravel. Inhale up. Exhale. Powerful. Load into the heels. The other side. Stack your shoulder blades. Look up to the sky on this one. Coming back to center. Inhale up. Swan dive. Flat back. Send your head away from your torso. And then down to the left head. Halfway lift. Connect. Left foot goes back. Good. Heel toe, my foot out, on the edge of that foot. Sink down. As you breathe, exhale, sink into it. Take that right foot back. Ready? Chaturanga. Roll the elbows in, use your strength. Push into the floor. Push the floor away from you as you come up to the up dog. Then here we are, down dog. Nice. Held it out. And then bend your knees a lot and look to your hands because that's where we're heading. Okay, come up halfway. Exhale, root and rise up. And pull your hands to heart. You should be really warm now. We're going to do our warrior poses and do them a little bit dynamically. So we're going to start off with warrior one. Now I'm going to start facing you. You should be at the top of your mat. We're going to take the right leg back. And when I take my right leg back, if I drew a line, I should connect my heels. My back foot, my right foot is totally connected to the floor. And then I take my hips and I square everything off to the front. My knees stack over top. This is your warrior one pose right here, biceps beside ears, okay? So this is where I want you to stay. This is where you'll be able to see our next couple of moves. We're going to incorporate some balance here as well. So notice knee stacks over top of ankle. My back foot's fully connected. I scissor my arms open. You can go whatever direction you want first. And then reset back, square it off. Lead, carve your baby fingers out. Your eyes can follow. Then from here, I'm going to take my right arm and my leg, swoop it around, tuck this under, and come into eagle. If the eagle arms are too much for you, grab hold of your shoulders. Okay? And we're going to repeat that. Unhook the arms, warrior one. Ready? Scissor open. We're going to do this a few times, so you'll get it. Up, scissor the other way. Return back to center. Swoop the same arm as leg, wrap it around into eagle, and sit down into it. You have your big toe as your kickstand. Try to hike it up. Breathe. Unhook, warrior one. Scissor the arms. See? You're getting it. Beautiful. Coming out to center. Scissor the arms the other way. Warrior one. Swoop that back arm and leg. Again, tuck it, and then sink. Drop the tailbone under, solid balance. Warrior one. Yes, scissor open. Other side. And I'm alternating my scissors opening. It's okay, but I reach. Coming up. Eagle. Wrap it around, sink. Hike it up. Perfect. Now with this one here, we're just going to take my foot back. Keep your arms. We're going to sleeping eagle. Imagine a ball. You're going to wrap your elbows. Sleeping eagle right here. Let the head go. One more breath. Let your back muscles lift you up. And then we're going to come into an awakening eagle. Open up the front body. Good. Bring your feet together. Big breath in up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale down. And you do the same now to the other side. Let's set up for warrior one on the other side. So now my left leg goes back. Everything is squared off. Now that we're familiar with the sequence, let's get right into it. Scissor the arms. Up, scissor the other way. Good. Take that left arm and leg, swoop it around, tuck the arm under, sit into eagle. Choose your options for your arms. Unravel. Here we are, warrior one. Scissor the arms. Other way. Flow. Are you breathing? Take that back leg in. Wrap that arm underneath. Sink in. Release. Warrior one. Scissor the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Back arm, back leg. Swoop it around. Tuck that elbow underneath. Sink. Use your kickstand if need. Maybe 2 more rounds of that. Warrior one. Scissors. solid with your foot connection. Back arm swoops, it's like you're taking that leg and setting it, wrapping it around, tight inner thighs. Here we are, warrior, this is our last round. Opening up, scissor the arms the other way. Beautiful, take that back arm, solid through the core, sink down. Keep your arms, whether they're here at shoulders or wrap around, unhook the leg only. Step way back, sleeping eagle, wrap around. So give me some reach, reach, reach. Drop the chin, scoop out through your tummy. Draw your navel in tight to spine, head heavy. Grab your breath. Allow your back muscles to slowly open up your front body. Looking up, glutes are connected. Nice. From here, unravel, stepping together. Well done. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head hang. Coming up halfway. Exhale down. Root and rise up. Hands to heart space. Nice work. Now we're going to progress to warrior two. So warrior two with some dynamic action and some balance. So still at the top of your mat. Let's take, I'll go this way first, because I'm going to take the right leg back. This is your warrior. So stack your bones. Here we are. And from our warrior, we're going to come into extended and then exalted. And then here comes the fun part. I'm going to face my front leg, tippy toe in, airplane. Active foot. Okay, now push off with that front foot, land it back into your warrior. Reach, extend it. Now my exalted this time, I can actually do a mini bind and look up. Slip sort of back into my warrior as I take around and I can tippy toe in, lift off, and there's good integrity into that left foot. And then I bend my knee and I go back into my warrior two. Beautiful. Reach. Exalted. Coming back, tippy toe in. Take off into your airplane. Steady. So my leg is very active. I'm dialing my toe down to the floor. Push off. This is our last one. But try to fire up as many muscles as you can. So the muscles will support those bones in space. Exalted. Beautiful. And then from here we are, airplane. Take off. Yes, steady, steady. Squeeze your legs together. Dial the toe down. Drop the hip. Perfect. Just land it here in our warrior. Good. Take the back arm and leg together. Plant it. Inhale up. Forward fold. All the way down. Head heavy. Come up halfway. Surrender down. Give me some energy as you rise up. Gather that energy. Pull it into heart space. Yes, good job. Ready? Doing the same thing. Other side. Step way back. That's why they made yoga mats this long. So you can get to use your space. Don't be afraid to use up some space. Now warrior, your hips are facing the side. Right? Here's our little sequence. Going forward. Reaching. Exalted. And then here we are, going to take off, tip. Nice. And then use that leg to push back, warrior two. Here we are, reach, right, airplane. Good, warrior two. Perfect, reach, exalted. I think I forgot that one last time, but that's okay. Up we reach. Here we are, taking off. Boom. Good. Go 2 more rounds right through here. Go back, reach. Exalted. Open up the front body. Load into that front foot. Take off. Airplane and fly. Feel your freedom. Push with that front leg all the way back. Warrior, yes. Reach. How far can you reach now? Nice and warm. Exalted. Open up. Here we are. Tapping it. And go. Dial the toe down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And plant your feet together. Take a deep breath in. Well done. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Halfway lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Let it go. We're going to add on a balance to that last one that we did. So I'm going to go back to my warrior on this side. So right leg's going to go back. Okay? We're going to reach. We're going to do our exalted. We're going to add on here a little bit. So your can, let's get my tin can ready if I need it. So exalted, sorry about that. Up. And then as I go forward, I'm going to do my airplane. Now my left hand and my left foot are going to search for the floor. And this is where I could place my hand so that it doesn't have to connect to the floor. And then I open up my hips to the side. So this is your half moon. Stacking your shoulders. Try to hike up the leg. Also, if you want to keep this leg bent, if this is more secure for you, that's okay too. Looking down to the floor, it's a little bit easier. And then if you take your eye gaze to the side or up, that will challenge you. Perfect. So bending the knee, connect your feet, take both hands now to the floor, coming up halfway. Exhale down, root and rise up. Good, and then we're gonna do the same to the other side. So I'm just gonna take my little apparatus over to the other side, take a deep breath in up. Good. Now I'm gonna take my left leg back into our warrior, and I reach, exalted, perfect, push off, we tip, airplane up, and as I'm looking down to the ground, I take my right hand, I take my can on a little bit of a diagonal, and I push into my prop, open up my hips, looking up, shifting through my balance, depending on where I want to go. Look to the ground, place your feet together, come up halfway, exhale down, root and rise up, hands together. Okay, so here is our big challenge of our day. We're going to do our warrior 1 and warrior 2, those two sequences all on the right side, and then we're going to do all of that. We're going to put everything together because you've been familiar with it. You'll get it, no problem, and then we'll do the left side, okay? Everyone strong and long? All right, so I'm going to take my prop close to me. I'm going to put everything all together with me. Let's do it, team. So starting off in our warrior 1 position. So take your right leg back, stacking. It's going to be cut though short. We're only going to do a couple of reps on each side. So here we are, warrior 1. Remember this one? Hips were squared off. We'll do this together, no problem. Scissor the arms. Ready? Scissor the arms. Come back to your warrior 1. Swoop that back leg and arm around into eagle. So I wrap it around. Good. Take this foot back. Open up my eagle. And then I round out. Sleeping eagle. And then I come back to center. Unhook. Bring my hands together at heart space. Take that same right leg back. Open up into warrior 2. Reach. Exalted. Good. Back to your warrior. Take the arm through. Airplane. Airplane, take off. And then I use my props, if I need it, to open up into my half moon. Eyes down or to the side, your choice. Strong though, good for you. Looking down to the ground, connect your feet. Root and rise all the way up. Hands at heart space. Good. Ready? Same thing, other side. Inhale up. Swan dive forward. Let it go. Halfway lift. Rounding out, root and rise up. Perfect. Hands at heart. Left leg goes back. Warrior one to start. Square lifting off. Biceps by your ears. Scissor the arms open. Reach for the front and the back. Coming up. Inhale, exhale, reach a little further. Back to your warrior. Take that back arm. Hook it around. Yes, here's your eagle. Keep your arms. Unhook. And again, choose your variations. We're going to wrap around. Sleeping eagle. And then coming up. Awaken that eagle. Unhook. Bring it together. Inhale up. Bring your hands to heart space. Step that left leg back now into our second sequence. Warrior two. Perfect. Extend it. Go. Reach, 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 reach. Right? Exalt it. Wrap around. Sink as deep as you can go. Back to your warrior. Ready? Airplane. Lift off. Active feet. Squeeze your blades. Again, if you need a bend in that leg, by all means, go for it. Search for the floor or for your prop. Push into it, and then open up your hips to the side. Challenge with your eye gaze. Good. Make sure you're looking down to the floor to connect your feet. Halfway lift up. Squeeze those blades together, and then round out. Inhale up. Hands together. Well done. That was a good complex there. You did an awesome job. Heel toe out now. The goal is to keep your feet flat down, but if they don't remain flat onto the ground, no worries. We're making our way actually down onto the floor. So you can take your hands onto knees. If this is where it is comfortable for you, guys especially, this may be enough for them, but let's try and sink all the way down. Try to drop your tailbone, and you may need to shift your feet a little bit to get comfy. Try not to bend over too much, but take your heart upright so that you're stacking. And this is a move that is very easy for some, very challenging for others, and it depends a lot on the anatomy of your pelvis. So don't beat yourself up. And I can't do this move. I can't, never, no matter how much I try, it's okay. Because if your pelvis is flatter, this is going to be easy. If your pelvis is more rounded, it's going to be harder for you. So just do what you can. Never beat yourself up. You're here and you're trying and you're doing something. And that's all that matters. So be proud of that. All right, so lifting up through the chest. Give me 2 breaths here. Exhale. Nice. Take your hands back down onto the floor. Just take your tailbone up, working through your legs, and then dropping them down so that your thigh bones are parallel. And then press into the floor, lifting up. Head hangs heavy, and then back down. Let's do one more. Good. And then we're going to come into our tabletop. And I think you all deserve a child's pose right about now. So connect your big toes, reach your hands out, slide your tailbone towards your heels, reaching, lengthening. Settle in. Feel the breath in through the ribs. You're going to be here for about 3 or 4 more breaths, so just enjoy the moment here. Congratulating yourself for your accomplishments, for what you're doing. You came out to your mat. That's a celebration in itself. Good. And then coming back up, pull yourself, stack your bones. We're going to do our spinal twist here. So I'm going to push into my right hand, and then I'm going to thread through with my left. Place my ears, shoulders on the ground. Option, above my head, cradling whatever you prefer. Now with this hand, my left hand, I can actually push into this. So I push into this forearm, and as I exhale, I'm able to get a little more out of this. Nice. Unravel. We're going to do the same, but to the other side. Push into the left arm, open up, and then thread this arm through. Relax your ear and shoulder. You can take your arm, do it feels good and best for you today. Visualize your spine, wrapping around. One more breath. Unraveling, stacking your bones. Let's just swivel our legs out in front. So you can be facing your legs forward. I'm just going to go to the side. My palms are facing in towards my feet, or maybe a little bit on the outside, depending on the flexibility of your wrists. From here, I'm going to engage my heels, and I'm going to press up into a plank. Now, my eye gaze is straight up. Don't hang the head back, but keep your chin slightly in. Then my eye gaze follows down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Push into your heels and your palm. But be very mindful of your chin and chest. It's so part of your body right now, right? So we come up, plank, and then back down. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Last one. Lift, lift, lift. Fire it up. Beautiful. Pulling now your knees into chest. Grabbing on the outsides of your feet. We're going to do one leg up. Okay. And then the other. So we push in, lifting, proud chest. This is a little bit of a balancing on your tush. Again, if you want to keep the knees slightly bent, that's an option as well. Connect the bottoms of your feet together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. You're going to wrap your hands around your toes. Forward. You can also thread through. This is one of my favorite moves. I do it in most practices. It's just so beneficial for your hips, inner thighs, spine, and neck. Let the head go. Invite gravity in to assist you down a wee bit further. And it's your exhale that's going to guide you. So really let go. If you need to open up your mouth and let the air escape, let anything go you need to, that's fine too. And then rolling up, restack spine. Good. We're going to come onto our tummies. We're going to work our back body a little wee bit. So I have my nose gently kissing the floor. I take my hands back down. My palms are hovering. Okay? And then my toes lift off ever so slightly, but my quads are intact. And I keep my nose, chin, chest in alignment. My ears are beside or alongside my shoulders. Roll my shoulders down. I hover my heart off of the floor. I'm trying to reach and tickle the sides of my knees. When my chin's tucked in, cover my toes, glutes are contracted. So your whole back body is fired. Lifting, holding this position, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then as we surrender down, just let the one ear melt. Deliberately round out the shoulders. Breathe into your ribs so you're expanding. You breathe in so deeply that you can actually feel your ribs expand and stretch through those muscles. Good. And then coming back to center, your nose gently kisses. This time, hands slip underneath. Just hover above your shoulder blades. And then lift up your toes. Feel your heart off the floor. Chin is connecting. From here, just take your hands and your fingertips. Glide them now above your head. You should be able to see your arms in your peripheral vision. And then drag them down. So the distance from my palms to the floor is relatively the same. When I bring my elbows, I squeeze my elbows in towards my ribs. And then I reach. I'm looking down the whole time. Good. And then drag them down, squeezing the glutes. We're going to do 2 more of these. Keep your breath. Good. Inhaling. Exhale, draw it in. And then 1 more. Exhale, draw it in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then surrender down. Look the other way. Deliberately round out. Your ear rests on. Good. There's 1 more back exercise that we're going to be doing here. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Good. Now we're going to connect our chin and nose to the floor. My hands are flat down. And this is called a Superman. And I'm going to flutter kick my legs. So strong through my ankles, hinging from my hip. This will fire up those glutes, let me tell you. So flutter kick, flutter kick, flutter kick. Good, nice and strong. Iso pull those arms. Reach a little bit further with the fingertips. Kick, 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 kick. Good, and relax. You should feel that in through all of those beautiful, strong back muscles. Good, then just take your hands down to the side into cactus arms. Bending at your knees, take your knees wide apart and allow your legs just to windshield back and forth, side to side. This is very good for the lower spine, lower cervical spine. And then to counter those exercises that we just did, we're going to come back into a child's pose. So I connect my feet, nose comes in, press up, send my tailbone towards my heels, nice and long, reaching. Breathe in glorious big breaths. It's a beautiful way to counter those back exercises. One more big breath. And pull yourself forward. Now, we're going to conclude our Thursday morning movement class the same way as when we started, and that's in Shavasana. So I invite you into this very important pose where you allow time to be present within yourself. It's one of the most important poses in yoga because spending quiet time within your body is when your universe can speak most loudly to you. So if you want to get comfortable, get your socks on, get maybe a cozy sweater, take just a few seconds to gather. And then when you're ready, we're going to extend our legs out a little bit wider than hip distance. I like to earn my Shavasana. So tall spine, my hands are out in front, top of my tailbone under. So I take my tailbone, I really round out and I really roll my chin in. And I keep my arms just covered over my thighs. And very slowly acquaint myself with spine. I keep rolling, scooping out through my navel. So it's like my navel is hugging my spine, and then each vertebrae slowly gets to connect to the floor, bit by bit, by bit, by bit. And then use your breath. Gradually, if you plunk it, no one can hear you, you're at home, it's okay. Rest your head down, your arms will fall open to the heavens, and here you are. Gently rest your eyelids on your face. Connect to your breath. Smooth out the breath. Fill your belly. Your breath will begin to calm you after that invigorating practice. So the smooth air flowing through your nostrils. It's a little on the cooler side, but when you exhale, you've warmed up that air. Allow the breath to nourish you, filling every nook and cranny. And as you exhale, detoxify your body. Know your parasympathetic nervous system is now getting massaged with your breath, which is responsible for your hormones, especially cortisol. So breathing deeply, although you're not moving a lot, your adrenals and parasympathetic nervous system love you right now. Give yourself permission to be in quiet and still. Slow down and listen to your body. Know that the four corners of your mat fully support you, thereby allowing you to really melt and surrender and let go. Feel the heaviness of the back of your head as it imprints. No lines in your face. The space between your brows gets a little further apart. Even your eye sockets are lighter. Your face is expressionless. Soften more around your eyes, nose, and mouth. Your jawbone sinks. All the muscles in your neck soften. Shoulder blades sink. Collarbones smile a wee bit wider. The bones in your arms sink to floor. And just acknowledge the natural tendency your fingers are now taking with your palm. Soften your skin that lies on your heart space. Allow your spine to be longer and heavier. Hips sink. And the bones in your legs melt. And as you're breathing in deeply, there's a wave of relaxation like no other, cascading from your head down to toes. Let it go. Being in this quiet space for these next couple of moments, listen. Listen to the song your heart sings to you. Awakening the body with the next few breaths that you take in. There's a sense of liveliness and yet calm. Find that balance. The calmness trickles faintly in your background, as does the deeper breathing. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, circling your wrists and ankles slowly. Just feel how the body awakens, observing sensations. Stay connected as you awaken, slow with intention. Take your hands above your head. Do a full body stretch. Tuck the chin into the chest. Point the toes, extend fingers. Fire up through the quads. Press your lower spine into the earth. Slowly drag your heels one at a time, pulling your knees into the chest. Stretching up the low back, maybe rocking side to side. When you're ready, taking your time, settling into your cross-legged position, hands at heart space. Allow the blood to settle, and as you begin this beautiful day with the sun shining, have a thought of gratitude. I know that I am grateful for this time that we've all shared, although apart, somewhat together, enjoying and sharing our passion. So please honor your body, honor each other, be kind. Namaste. Beautiful work, everyone. Tremendous. Thank you for sharing your yoga poses and energy with me. If you have any questions, please do send me a note. Very, very nice to have all of you join me this morning. Sunday is our core yoga class. If you ever wanted to repeat one of these classes, just be careful that there is a YouTube channel. It's Hello Yoga YouTube.
My good boy. Boy, he's such a good boy.
Nice tie, Chico. Glad you got dressed up for the occasion.
He's even got his tux on, you know, underneath.
Really.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Heather.
Thank
you so much, Heather. That was great.
Thank you, Heather.
so much.
Thanks, Heather.
Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
You need a yoga mat right here.